Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Armand here for E equals MCU. And for this installment of Don't At Me, we're going to go over the top 10 funniest low-key moments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe thus far. And this was a tough video for me to kind of compile because there's so many moments, there's so many different things that you could point to that could be funny, but I tried to keep it to just like the little low-key one-liners or like scenes that were like not meant to be necessarily the punchline of the joke. I do have a few in here where it's the full scene because a lot of that stuff is set up in the scene and there's multiple funny things that people do. And then some of the stuff in here you may not have caught when you first watched it, or maybe you did and didn't think it was that funny. But either way, I thought this would be a fun video to do, just to kind of go over some of the favorite moments as MCU fans that we would all have. And then please, in the comment section, if I missed any or there are some that you thought should have been in there, let me know, because there were so many. It was hard to compile it all, especially when you've seen all the movies and you have, all these moments in your head that happen. But then also at the same time, there's a lot of scenes that are meant to be funny. Like the MCU is always trying to be funny, but then sometimes they do things that are funny that I'm not sure they necessarily meant to be as funny as it was. But either way, you'll see what I mean when we get into this list. So let's go ahead and get into the number 10 video. I want to start this off. Number 10 video is going to be the Captain America First Avenger scene before Steve gets the serum. And this is when he was skinny Steve, and one of the army lieutenants makes a comment about his size, and it just cracked me up because of what he said, because it was very in the time period that he was in and the kind of things that they would say. So I thought that was hilarious. But here's number 10. Check it out.
Somebody get that kid a sandwich.
All right, so that was just a really short clip. Now for the next one, for number 9, this is a scene from the movie Thor, and this is like in talks of how the behavior is in Asgard, and it really shows off the culture and how he acts, and I thought they captured this perfectly. Go ahead and check this out. This is number 9.
How'd you get inside that cloud?
Also, how could you eat an entire box of Pop-Tarts and still be this hungry?
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
Sorry, Izzy, little accident. What was that?
It was delicious. I want another.
Well, you could have just said so.
I just did.
No, I mean, ask nicely.
I meant no disrespect.
All right, well, no more smashing. Deal?
Not my word.
Good.
The usual, please, Izzy. You missed all the excitement out at the crater. Seeing some kind of satellite landed out in the desert. Yeah, we were having a good time with it until the Fed showed up.
Excuse me, did you say there was a satellite crash?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is going on Facebook. Smile.
All right, so that was another by Thor at number 9 from the original Thor. Now here for number 8, I'm gonna do something a little different. I have to break the rules on this because there were so many moments in the first Avengers that could have made it. I probably could have made a top 10 just off of that movie alone. So I am gonna combine some of the low-key funny scenes in here that I had. I think there's like 5 of them. I'm just gonna play all of the clips together as number 8. So just to kind of go into it, I thought the Natasha intro scene was hilarious because of how the guy reacted to it. Of course, the scene with Loki and Thor was hilarious, well done, well executed. The scene with Banner and Tony Stark as well. That's why all of these were up there for me. And then of course Captain America saying I get it. So here we go. Let's go into it.
Are you kidding? I'm working.
This takes precedence.
I'm in the middle of an interrogation. This moron is giving me everything.
I don't give everything.
Listen well, brother.
I'm listening.
He doesn't dress like that.
Do not touch me again.
Then don't take my stuff.
You have no idea what you're dealing with.
Shakespeare in the Park? Doth mother know you weareth her drapes?
This is beyond you, special man.
That guy's brain is a bag full of cats. It smells crazy on him.
I care how you speak. Loki is beyond reason, but he is of Asgard. And he's my brother.
He killed 80 people in 2 days.
He's adopted.
And I'd like to know how Loki used it to turn two of the sharpest men I know into his personal flying monkeys.
Monkeys. Do not understand.
I do. I understood that reference.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. How does Fury even see these?
He turns.
Sounds exhausting. No surprises.
Ow!
Hey! Nothing? Are you nuts? Sure, Sam. You really have got a lid on it, haven't you? What's your secret? Mellow jazz, bongo drums, huge bag of weed?
Is everything a joke to you?
Funny things are.
Threatening the safety of everyone on this ship isn't funny.
You know, you should come by Stark Tower sometime. Top 10 floors, all R&D. You'd love it. It's Candyland.
Thanks, but the last time I was in New York, I kind of broke Harlem.
Well,
Even if Barton didn't tell Loki about the tower, it was still all over the news.
The Stark Tower. That big, ugly building in New York.
It's powered by an arc reactor, self-sustaining energy source. So you're saying that the Hulk, the other guy, saved my life? That's nice. It's a nice sentiment. Saved it for what?
I guess we'll find out.
You may not enjoy that.
All right, guys. So coming in here at number 7, we have Obadiah Stane at his finest. This is from the original Iron Man movie, and this is just the gift that keeps on giving. Of course, he goes on the famous rant about Tony Stark, and he's talking to one of the Stark employees, who turns out to be the guy all grown up now who played Ralph in A Christmas Story when he was a kid. I don't know if everybody knew that, but he also showed up in Spider-Man Far From Home as part of Team Mysterio. So chances are we could be seeing him again in the MCU maybe, but this is like the gift that keeps on giving, man. It's like a 12, 13 year running joke now, and these guys just keep popping up and everything. But this is one of my favorite scenes, just in the MCU all in general. So check it out.
We've been working our best to do it. Absolutely. I'm gonna have to call you back. Mr. Stane, sir, we've explored what you've asked us, and it seems as though there's a little hiccup, actually. Hiccup? Yes, to power the suit. So the technology actually doesn't exist. So it's
Wait, the technology? William, here is the technology. I've asked you to simply make it smaller.
Okay, sir, that's what we're trying to do, but honestly, it's impossible.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave! With a box of scraps!
I'm sorry. I'm not Tony Stark.
All right, coming in at number 7 for me, it's going to be a couple scenes from the Guardians of the Galaxy. This was 2 scenes that were everything in Guardians of the Galaxy is funny because of the director, James Gunn. You know, there's a lot of low-key funny parts in it, and again with this one, just like Avengers, I probably could have done a top 10 just on this movie alone. But 2 of these moments I felt were like really low-key. I don't know if, you know, they weren't like laugh out loud in the theater, like laughing at them, but it's 2 fun scenes because of the subtlety, and a lot of it's Drax, you know what I mean? Like he's very underrated. Batista's very underrated with this comedy. He was able to hone in on a certain style and just really play that role well. So here are those scenes here coming in at number 6.
It's a general expression for you killing somebody. You've heard of this. You've seen this, right? You know what that is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
No.
What I'm saying is you want to keep her alive. Don't do his work for him.
I like your knife. I'm keeping it.
That was my favorite knife.
Listen, I have a plan. I have a plan.
Cease your yammering and relieve us from this irksome confinement.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with the walking thesaurus on that one.
Do not ever call me a thesaurus.
It's just a metaphor, dude.
His people are completely literal. Metaphors are gonna go over his head.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
I'm gonna die surrounded by the biggest idiots in the galaxy.
All right, and coming in at number 5, it's from Avengers: Age of Ultron. This is a little scene. It's kind of a two-parter because it was a running gag throughout the whole movie, but the whole language issue with Cap, because he tries to correct people on it and he let one slip and they just gave him crap about it. So, and then also following off of that, Iron Man, going into the Hydra building and the little exchange there. It's real quick, but try to catch it. Here it goes.
It's like they're lining up. Well, they're excited. Find the scepter.
And for gosh sake, watch your language.
That's not going away anytime soon.
Guys, stop. We gotta talk this through. It's good talk.
No, it wasn't.
All right, now coming in at number 4 is a recent one that I enjoyed very much, with Yelena and Black Widow and their little exchange, and Yelena calling out Natasha over the posing. This was another running gag throughout the movie, but it was funny because it's something that fans probably think about. She calls her out on it, and then she does it herself. So it's just like, yeah, well written, well done. Number 4.
Why do you always do that thing? Do what? The thing you do when you're fighting. And this thing that you do when you whip your hair when you're fighting with the arm and the hair, and you do like a fighting pose. It's a fighting pose. You're a total poser.
I'm not a poser.
Oh, come on. I mean, they're great poses, but it does look like you think everyone's looking at you like all the time. Ugh, that's disgusting. Such a poser.
All right, guys. Now moving into number 3, we have a scene from the Black Panther, and which is funny because you got Nakia and Shuri and Queen Mother and Ross. They're all going to see M'Baku because T'Challa was defeated, and they're looking, they don't feel like Killmonger's supposed to be on the throne, so they go to M'Baku. It's like, hey, take this herb. And his response, this whole exchange was hilarious to me. Spot on. Here we go.
My son was married in a ritual combat.
Were the odds fair?
Yes,
So it was less a murder than a defeat.
Do not rub our noses in
Silence! I make the pronouncements here, girl.
Well, Your Highness, the new king is a U.S. The new king.
You cannot talk! One more word, and I will feed you to my children. I'm kidding, we are vegetarians.
All right, and coming in at the number 2 spot is kind of a combination here. It's between Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. We basically have the Asgardians of the galaxy, and all of their scenes, you know, interacting with each other, all of it. It was so many moments, little subtle moments in all of it. So I'm just gonna play the whole thing here as number 2 for me.
I feel your pain. I feel your pain as well, because, I mean, it's not a competition, but I've been through a lot. My father killed my mother, and then I had to kill my father. That was hard. Probably even harder than having to kill a sister. Plus, I came out with both my eyes, which was...
I need a hammer, not a spoon. Taking your pod. No, you're not. You will not be taking our pod today, sir. You mocking me? Are you mocking me? Stop it, you just did it again. He's trying to copy. No, yeah, just stop
Enough!
doing it. He's doing it first.
We need to stop Thanos, which means we need to find out where he's going next.
Look, this is my ship, and I'm not going to... Wait, what kind of weapon are we talking about here? The Thanos killing kind. Don't you think that we should all have a weapon like that? No. You simply lack the strength to wield them. Your bodies would crumple as your minds collapsed into madness.
You know Thor?
Yeah. Tall guy, not that good looking, needed saving.
Where is he now?
As Guardians of the Galaxy back together again.
Just so you know, this is my ship still. I'm in charge.
I know, of course you are. Of course.
See, you say of course, but then you touch the map. It makes you think that maybe you didn't realize I was in charge.
Hey, Quail, that's your own insecurities in there, okay? I'm merely trying to be of service and assisting.
Quill.
That's what I said.
Not necessary.
There shall be no knifing one another. Everybody knows who's in charge.
Me. Right?
Yes, you. Of course. Of course. Of course.
All right, guys. And coming in at number 1 for me is a personal favorite of mine. This is Justin Hammer, man. And Sam Rockwell needs to return to this role and get back in the MCU. Just for the simple fact that I know what he did in this scene was not scripted. It was just him feeling it, being in character, and just doing what he does, man. We could watch this dude do dances all day. Just watch it and watch the reaction from Pepper and Black Widow. All right, so you saw the number 1 moment for me, but I had to add on something here as a little bonus. And the reason why is because this character alone, it had so many moments in the show. Like, everything that she did was a funny one-liner, and a lot of it went under the rug. Like, you didn't even catch all of it when she was doing it. But I had to dedicate a bonus section for Agnes. Yes, Agatha Harkness gets the bonus section, and there's a clip montage that I found online from the YouTube channel Maria. So shout outs to them. Hopefully they don't, clip me for putting this video up or a copy of this video up. Hopefully they're okay with it, or, don't flag it. But I just wanted to share it because they captured everything, and the commentary they added to it was hilarious. So enjoy this, people.
Who's been messing up everything?
It's been Agatha all along.
Thanks to Agatha, naughty Agatha.
It's been Agatha all along. Forgive me for not stopping by sooner to welcome you to the block. My mother-in-law was in town, so I wasn't.
Did you lose power too?
Oh, sure did. But Ralph looks better in the dark, so I'm not complaining.
Just on my way to Jazzercise when I heard your new little bundles of joy were on a sleep strike.
Oh, who told you that?
My ears.
I think I got there in the nick of time, because she was one split end away from cutting her own bangs. The only way Ralph would remember our anniversary is if there was a beer named June 2nd.
You didn't think you were the only magical girl in town, did you?
Charming. Love the Cold War aesthetic.
My powers work out here, or did you forget?
No, dear. I'm counting on it. Let me tell you, what Ralph could really use is how to goose your wife so you don't lose your wife.
I better get going. That macrame is not going to hitch itself.
Just go with Agnes.
I promise I won't bite.
I actually did bite a kid once.
Fussy babies meet buns of steel.
Oh, what about seduction techniques?
Oh, that's adorable.
Go to your room. No way, we're staying with
we
you.
need help. Listen to your mother, boys.
Lavender.
It's supposed to have a calming effect.
Do you think our mom is okay?
Oh, for sure. She's super mom.
Ralph says I sugarcoat things, but you try telling a 10-year-old that his mother is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, Agnes, you're a lifesaver.
Oh, what kind of housewife would I be if I didn't have a gourmet meal for four just lying about the place?
What? No, I know. She does look shocked to meet the real us, doesn't she?
I take power from the undeserving. It's kind of my thing. My thoughts are not available to you, Toots. They never, ever were.
Thank you, Agnes. I think I've got it covered from here.
Oh, are you sure, dear? Many hands make light work, and many mouths make good gossip. Bravo!
Where are my children?
Where are my children? Recipe cards are on the counter there. Bon appetit!
English, Papa!
Pedro.
He's loud, isn't he?
You said the only rule of team.
Who are you?
Who are you? Ralph sprays it on me every night, but there's no taming this tiger. What? Waiting for you to reveal your true self. I got close with fake Pietro, if you will, but no dice.
That was you.
No, it wasn't literally me, just my eyes and ears.
Senor Scratchy just loves the stage. He played Baby Jesus in last year's Christmas pageant.
Necromancy was a non-starter since your real brother's body is on another continent. Not to mention full of holes.
Pew, pew! Oh, this is awkward. Your ex and your boyfriend together at the same party.
We're even running illusions miles away at the edge of town. Magic on autopilot.
What's your secret, sister? Wanda, can I give you a bit of friendly advice?
Is it about the way I'm dressed?
Yes, but it's too late for that. All right, let's go.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you forget who's got your children stashed away in her bewitched basement?
I'll give you the role you chose. The nosy neighbor.
No, please.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
The devil's in the details, Bev.
That's not the only place he is.
You're clearly in over your little red head. So why don't you surrender your magic to someone who knows what to do with it? What I see here is a baby witch obsessed with sitcoms and years of therapy ahead of her.
Doesn't explain your recent hijinks. Ah, how is anybody doing this sober?
I'll let you keep this pathetic little corner of the world all to yourself. Don't mind me. I'm just looking for your dark liquor.
What?
Not for me, for the twins. What kind of babysitter do you think I am? Sure you don't want an audience volunteer named my husband, Ralph? Oh, hiya, hun. Did I leave the oven on, or is that just you, hot stuff?
Quick question. Your reaction to the bombing of your civilian apartment building and the murder of your parents was to join an anti-freedom terrorist organization.
girl.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
All right, guys. So that is my list. Let me know down in the comment section, you know, if there's any scenes that I missed. I'm sure I missed quite a few because, you know, we're talking about over 27, 28 projects coming up. So I'm sure I missed some, but let me know down in the comment section which ones that you like, which ones do you suggest, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.